Men are not selecting Tracy Ellis Rosses. Not for marriage. She can still get it. There are a lot of guys who would slay that easy, would have no problem even being seen with her in public. But would a man that she wants do it? Let's say, imagine the man that Tracy Ellis Ross would get. Chances are he would be younger. Maybe some up and coming young actor. Can you imagine a woman like Tracy Ellis Ross with a 58-year-old CEO of a Fortune 50 company, an accomplishment? No, they needed a completely different woman. And that's the ultimate point. The longer you're by yourself, the less likely you are a good fit for anybody else. Tonight we're going to talk about high value versus finesse, but this is important. Here's some things, ladies. I'm going to ask you, ladies, especially you women over 35, what are you going to be willing to give up?
It is a genuine, regular thought process for me. It's one of the reasons, I mean, we've talked about this, that often I date younger men. Mm-hmm. And a lot of it is because...
Let's stop on that, folks.
Oh my God, we had a great dinner. We had a great dinner, by the way, where across the table, your husband goes, "But why?" And I said, "Well, maybe because I can."
Yes, Paris. This is what I'm saying. Tales from Tracy's.
It's fun. It's very fun to share.
Tracy tales.
But
you date a younger woman.
But one of the reasons, though, that because I had to ask myself that question, I was like, "What is this about?"
Yeah.
Because I want a partner, and so often, and it's not just that I'm older, I'm also very embodied. I am a full, very whole person who knows myself, who is in charge of my life, and who lives a very full, just robust life. So it's not just age, it's like life experience and sort of a difference. But I had to ask myself the question, why? Why does this keep sort of coming up other than they're hot and gorgeous?
There's that.
There's that. But a lot of men my age are steeped in a toxic masculinity and have been raised in a culture where there is a particular way that a relationship looks. And anything that starts to smell of that for me, I did enough of it where I was controlled and felt like I was a possession or whatever those things were, or prize, and I have no interest in it, and I will not do it again.
Look at society. Where your son at right now? With a not growing up under your tutelage, because men who sleep with men are making laws that put bitch in power. Now bitch go around and fuck young boys and brag on it and think ain't nothing wrong with them. But when Cory went on Cam Newton's show and said, "I fuck young, broke, lost hoes," I was the worst motherfucker in the world.
Yeah, no, I remember that. Everybody tried to make Cory out to seem the victim, because when he went on the Cam Newton podcast, he said something along the lines of, "It don't take much to make me happy. I come from nothing. I got a fast car and access to women in poverty. That's all I need."
I got what I need. I'm from the projects. It don't take much for me to be straight. I got a fast car and I got access to a lot of girls in poverty. So I'm winning.
That's
And everybody was trying to act like he was a villain. Even Cam Newton was sitting there on his high horse trying to throw Cory Holcomb under the bus, acting like he don't understand what Cory is saying. Cam Newton got 3 different baby mamas and 8 kids. Cam Newton knows the game, but he's sitting there on his show trying to save face. And to be honest, I don't understand why people are acting like they can't understand that concept. Yes, there are some women who don't have anything to monetize but their looks. They look for older men who have resources that are willing to give them money for their looks. Is it transactional? Yes. Do I think you should engage in that if you're looking to love and marry somebody? Probably not. But from my perspective, I think that it's perfect. I think that this is a situation that you want, ideally. If there is a woman that is not looking for love, I would rather her get into a transactional relationship with a man that's looking for a transactional relationship than for her to get in a relationship with a man that's actually looking for love and ruin that man's life because she just want resources or she just want to come up. So to me, these types of relationships, I wouldn't advise my daughter to be in one of them, but they seem to be the perfect match. Man wants transaction, woman wants transaction, they come together. It makes sense to me.
Huh, Tracy? Tracy Ellis Ross, we heard you, bitch. I mean, we finna go into it. We about to get your ass, Jaja Binks.
Uh-oh.
We about to get your ass. Because somebody said it, so now I can say it.
Yeah.
How you see the bitch at the car? I'm like, oh, see where they come,
was
brother.
with
She
his brother.
straight.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I'm
wasn't
saying?
hidden. Yeah, it wasn't
He
hidden.
didn't choose you. He didn't choose you. These were your prime years when you was passing the pussy out to boss niggas who got options to choose a woman
Yeah.
who is virtuous.
Yep.
None of them chose you. So now, at 52, with your arrogant ass, you dating the puppies of the hood.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. These broads out here, especially the older ones, 45 and up, I'm gonna go that high, 45 and up, they good with dogs and elderly people, or they might mess with somebody who's young and impressionable, because that way they can be held up as they pretend themselves to be.
Yeah, and I see this. You'll see this in normal relationships too. There are guys. That's why I tell guys you got to have your stuff together, because if you end up dating a woman and she's the one providing most of, like paying most of the bills and providing for the house and doing all these different things, and you're not, there's going to become a level of resentment. She's going to start to have a level of resentment for you and the fact that you don't provide. Women are just not made to carry the burden and the responsibility that comes with being the leader or the provider in a relationship over the long term. Eventually, she's going to start to resent you because you're not contributing in the way that she wants you to. And that's the biggest difference between men and women when it comes to relationships and being willing to be the head in order to have a little bit more authority. As a man, I think if you want to have a little bit more authority in your house, you got to be contributing a little bit more to the bills. That makes sense to me. But certain ladies like this, they want to be able to have the authority in the household without actually having to carry the burden of paying the bills for 60 years of their lives. So now she's just going out and sleeping with 20-year-olds trying to fill that void, but is never going to fill it. And it's because she can't control or have the amount of power in her relationships that she wants to have with the actual man that actually has an opinion. And she says this earlier in the interview with Michelle Obama. She basically says, I don't want to date men that are my age because they have a certain perspective of the world, basically traditional values, and they have certain opinions about gay men. Why, as a straight woman, do you care about a man's opinion of gay men? Unless you just want to be able to control their opinions and have authority. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, she's dating younger men because she feels like she has more power over them and more control, and they align with what she wants them to be. The older men who actually have a little bit more authority and resources and don't need her don't have to conform to what she wants them to be.
You around a man is gonna call you for who you are.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't give a fuck if you Tracy Ellis Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross can get it, and like Kevin Samuel said about her a long time ago, a nigga walk down the street with that.
She's 52. Somebody was saying 60.
It don't matter how old she is. She can get it, and a nigga might walk down the street with her. Even though right there she looked tripped out to me.
She looked just like somebody I know.
That bitch crazy right there.
Oh, wait.
That's that face. Oh my God! Like these women. She look. I'm trying not to say it. That's a drag queen type picture right there.
Oh, no. I never had a problem with women who wanted to date older men. I don't got a problem with it. But oftentimes these women are not dating younger men. They're just sleeping with younger men, and they're using euphemisms like dating because they don't want to be honest about what they're actually doing with these younger men, and that's just them younger men just pumping and dumping them. These younger men are not committing to 52-year-old women because they still want to build the family, but they'll say and do whatever it takes and fit the mold you want them to fit in so that you can feel powerful in order to sleep with you. And I don't even have an issue with you wanting to dilute yourself as an older woman into that. I just have an issue when younger women look to older women and older women are trying to convince younger women that they still have high value because they're able to sleep with younger men. Tracy Ellis Ross, as a 52-year-old woman, knows that her value as a woman in a relationship doesn't come from her ability to sleep with a man. Your value as a lady in a relationship comes from what a man that you like, not any man. It comes from what a man that you like is willing to do to be with you. Is he willing to marry you? Is he willing to buy you a house? Is he willing to commit to paying bills in order to be in a relationship with you? That's where you know your value. That's how you gauge your value. Let me give you a quick example. If something is $100,000, I'm willing to jump through hurdles. I'm willing to travel. I'm willing to do this and that to get to that $100,000. I'm going to put more effort into that $100,000 because it's super valuable. Now, if I see $1 on the ground, I'm still going to be willing to bend down and pick it up. But I'm not jumping through hurdles for that dollar. And so she thinks that she still has a bunch of value because men or younger men in particular are willing to do low effort behavior, cater to your delusion in order to sleep with her. And that's the only issue I have with it. I only have the issue when younger women think that they can waste their time following this mold and assume that they still have a certain level of value in the dating marketplace when they don't. And I also have an issue with women who don't have children and focus on their career convincing other women to do so, because oftentimes these women are not finding careers that they enjoy. Like Tracy Ellis Ross, she may be able to make the argument that she's happy because she's involved in her career, but most women ain't gonna have a career, especially one that they're so passionate about that is gonna replace the fulfillment that they're gonna get from a potential family. They're working at the DMV, or they're folding pants at the Banana Republic. So these ideas that certain ladies like Tracy Ellis Ross promote leads other women who are not in these same scenarios to misery. And I think majority of the women that she might be talking to, trying to tell them to follow her mode, might be led into misery. And that's my only issue with it. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a W or a L, and give me the HBO special. That's a help brother out special. Hit the like and the subscribe button for more content. Till next time.